Hey guys, welcome back to King's Outdoor Life. In today's episode we're going to be running tractors through buildings. Not really, but you're going to get to see that if you stick around for a few minutes. So today's project was getting ready to put a new she shed in for my mom. We've had this old barn, we call it the feed shed. It's where we kept all the dog food and everything for the dogs for years and years and years. And it has run its course and had some rotten spots, and it's time to get rid of it. And the first thing we had to do was get rid of this old sweet gum tree that had decided to grow up right next to the building several years ago. And we talked about cutting it down while it was little, but you know how it goes. You never got around to it, and look how big it's gotten. So I should have got it on camera, but I took the tractor first and pushed the little shed out of the way so we could get to this tree to cut it down, and that's what we're doing now. So Rodney here has notched it on the lower side. All the limbs were growing up the hill, and it wanted to fall right on our trellis where the grapes are, and we didn't want that to happen. So he notched it on the lower side and cut it so it would turn and then fall down the hill. So I was glad to have my brother, sister, Rodney, my wife, everybody pitching in, Ridge, my nephew, on this project, because this would have taken me a long time. So glad to have 3 chainsaws and a bunch of hands pulling limbs, and then I was able to take the tractor and push all the brush up in a pile and get it ready to burn. So the new she shed is supposed to be delivered next week, and also leveled up a spot so they can put that in place with some blocks to give it a nice level footing. So anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Click like, subscribe, and share with a friend. So once we got the old shed knocked down, we had to talk about where the new shed's going to go. So that's what we're doing here, is laying out where the new she shed will be placed, and making sure we had to get any roots out of the way and see if I needed to till up any ground to try to level off a spot there. I thought I'd tell you the neat story about that old building. I was probably 10 or 12 years old. I'm 44 now when we built that building. It was made out of pallets. My dad worked in a plant, and he brought all these. It was I guess shipping pallets, but really more the containers these parts were shipped in, more like boxes. So he brought home those boxes, and we nailed them all together and put them up on blocks. So we had 4 of those boxes on the ground and 4 on each side to make a square building, and left out one section of them for the door, and had a swinging door in that section, and a bunch of old tin that a guy we knew gave us all the tin. So a free building that lasted about right at 30 years. I'll say I was 12 and 14 years old maybe. So 30 years out of free materials. That goes to my saying now of doing what you can when you can with what you've got. So we never were much to spend a bunch of money we didn't have to spend. We did what we could when we could with what we had. So anyway, we'll fast forward as everybody pitches in to clean up all the pieces. We cut off the stump and get everything ready for the new shed coming in.